Okay. Oh, welcome back. Let's see if the recording. Yep, it's recording. Oh, more food. I trust you've gained an insight into the use of souls in Alexandria. It's shocking, I know. I was overwhelmed myself at first. I expect you'll need some time to digest it all. But for now, let's head back to Earth and Sky. At this rate, there's something I want to discuss with everyone. Let's take a moment before we head into the tunnel. Yeah, we probably would have to figure out how to get disconnected from all the souls he probably has on him. Because I won't be surprised if Zerulja has quite a bit of souls on him. I'm sorry for delaying us, but I have some thoughts I need to share. In both technology and values, it's plain that the wide gulf between Dawntrail and Alexandria. And while Zerulja knows everything about us, we know hardly anything about what he's become. Indeed, we haven't even seen what lies within the enormous tower Everkeep. So here, I'd like to make a proposal. That is, we work with Kachuya and her people. We need to learn as much as we can about the enemy. The quickest way would be to join hands with Oblivion. Or only just met them, I know, and we shouldn't be too quick to trust, but the fact remains that they share our desire to stop Zerulja. Sphene too claims to be at odds with the King of Resolve. May I ask why you would cooperate with Oblivion instead? It's simple, really. Their leader is Erenville's mother. Meanwhile, whatever Sphene may feel, she's a ruler of this nation. There's a greater risk in working with her, and less reason to take her at her word. A fair point, and knowing Zerulja, we must assume that his arrangement with Sphene was not made without some consideration. All I know is that it would be heartening to have allies in this strange realm. I think everyone would agree that any help we can get would be welcoming. Hold on, there's no guarantee this is actually my mother behind the machine. Without seeing her in the flesh, we can't rule out the possibility of a ploy. If it turns out to be a trap, we endanger not only ourselves, but everyone in Torel. As you say, we have no proof that it really is her. But I make my proposal in full awareness of this. Whether we go to war or striving for peace, we need to learn as much as we can. Otherwise, we can't hope to do anything meaningful. As it stands, we know too little about this realm. We need to remedy that. We need to study the enemy, and when the time comes, strike down Zerulja for good and all. What more? I trust you, Erenville. You always had good instincts, honed from your time training under your mother. What if I'm wrong? What if sentiment is clouding my judgment? That's always the way of it with you. Fine, if you'll set on this, then I'll say no more. Then it's settled. Let's head inside and secure ourselves some new allies. There's something I need to tell you and your people. We came here for no other reason to strike down Zerulja. But I thought he was your brother. Do you really mean to kill your own kin? My kin invaded our nation, murdered our people. As well resolved, it falls to me to bring him to account. I am prepared to do what I must, and I won't hesitate when the time comes. Like us, you and yours oppose Zerulja. In light of this, I propose that we work together to stop him once and for all. I realize this is sudden, that it's a gamble to trust someone you've only just met. But I would trust in the conviction of anyone who shares my goal. So fight with me, I beg you. As you say, our goals align, and I don't doubt your resolve in the least. If you haven't opposed working together, I would have done so instead. Truth be told, it's been tough going at it alone while we've gathered ample intelligence. We don't have the strength to take decisive action. Besides, how could we not trust you? My only son is with you, my fussy little bun-bun. He's all the reason I need. Then it's decided there is a fruitful collaboration. Thank you, Tajia. Everyone together will achieve great things, I'm sure of it. Then let's not waste any time. We've been wondering about Zerulja's whereabouts. Is there a palace inside the that tower? After a fashion, the king resides on the uppermost level, but while the queen, Sphene, has a penchant for going out in public, he seldom shows himself. But more, his movements are highly classified. Not even his commanders are privy to that information. If anyone knows where he is at any given time, it could only be the queen. Even if we don't know his whereabouts, Zerulja will eventually march on Dawntrail again. That's when we go after him. The drawback is we'd have to wait for the invasion to happen. Innocents would be put in harm's way. That's also the possibility that he'll leave everything to his minions and not command the army in person. No, he'll take the field. What makes you so certain? My brother has always yearned to surpass our father. That's why he attacked Dawntrail. After waiting for 30 years, the first thing he wanted to do was demonstrate his newfound strength. But killing Papa didn't satisfy him. So now he's bent on proving himself stronger than me and Koana, who bested him in the right of succession. He challenged me to strike him down. He wants a duel to show everyone that he's superior to the Dawn Servant, and he won't let his minions deprive him of the pleasure. Then why hasn't he appeared and given you your chance? Surely he's aware of your presence here. At that, I can only guess. Perhaps he wants to dazzle us with his wondrous realm, but if he won't deign to appear, then we'll force him to do so. Even as we gather intelligence, we make no move to attack him. Show absolutely no interest in a confrontation. Knowing him, he'll tire of waiting and turn his attention on Koana instead. He'll attack Dawntrail again, like he said he would. I see. If you believe that is the best approach, then we have no objections. Any campaign against Dawntrail requires that Zerulja lead his forces through Vanguard. We'll have lookouts keep an eye on it day and night. Such a strategy is certainly viable if we've proceeded with it, though we should warn those outside. Indeed, they'll need time to prepare their defenses. I should be glad to coordinate our efforts. I'm already in regular contact with Yoshitola, and we'll make sure to keep our comrades apprised of developments. You can leave Vanguard to us. We'll send word at the first sight of movement. It seems we have a plan. While we wait for Zarulja to move, you do well to prepare for battle, and it begins with familiarizing yourselves with the technology that empowers him. To that end, I'll show you to Oblivion's main headquarters. Oh, I thought this place was it. We've been impressed to know that we've located right inside that tower in the residential district of Solution 9. Hiding a tree in the forest, as it were. And the question is how to get you through the checkpoint. About that, Sphinx said that she'd make it so we can enter without issue. She did. Curious. She's not supposed to have such authority over the sentries. If I recall correctly, her words were that she would register us as guests. I see. Perhaps we're in the clear then. When you're ready, come and meet me at the tower entrance. Before you head out, give us a moment to introduce ourselves properly, eh? After all, names are good to know when working together. While Oblivion has operatives all over, we're the main crew here. I'm Geo, the leader of this hideout, and the dependable young twins behind me are Nostalgia, and Owaya Kiwi. Naskaya, it's a pleasure to meet you. My sister and I were born and raised inside the barrier. We've been with Oblivion for 3 years, and our main duties are surveillance and provisioning. Twins A, that explains the resemblance. Okay, as a constant name, unless I'm mistaken. That's right, our mother is Torelli, and our father is Alexandrian. They wanted to honor both cultures. They're beautiful names. Thank you, though I have no memories of my mother. I like to think I carry a part of her with me. So what made you decide to join Oblivion? We wanted to avenge your father. Ambrosi was his name, and years ago he was taken away after a scuffle with a soldier over a disagreement. It was a minor incident, so at first we clung to hope that he would be released, but when months went by with no word from or about him, we made the decision to remove our regulators. We had already lost the memories of our mother. We didn't want to lose those of our father as well. They've all forgotten about him now, everyone who had known him. That bastard. Even here, he thinks nothing of his own people. Sometime later, we were approached by a member of Oblivion hoping to get justice for our father. We joined the order. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to darken the mood. No, I appreciate you sharing this. Together we'll avenge your father. Thank you. Something tells me you have what it takes. Introduce yourself too. Go on. It's pretty much the same story for me. And while mine is Tonawatan name, I haven't the faintest how things are outside the barrier. And it's my dream to go and see with my own eyes our mother's homeland. Once peace is restored, you can come and visit. The wilds are beautiful, the food's delicious, and everyone's so nice you'll love it. And that's us here. You'll meet others in the back room. That's our headquarters. Some of them are a little eccentric, but they have good hearts all. Safi, one last thing. It isn't exactly my place to say this, but thank you for seeking out Takuzi. She talks about you so much, it's clear how important you are to her. That's all. Be good to your mother while you still can, eh? Well, we'll let you go now. Feel free to use this hideout as you like. Let me guess, this room's suddenly gonna be filled with quests. Meanwhile, in the pain train.
You've been consulting with Wook Lamont. No matter. I do not know what you are scheming, but when your realm lay on the brink, you were powerless. You had no choice but to turn to me. Whatever sentiment you may feel for her, it is my power you require. Is it not?
Perhaps. And yet, knowing the love that Wook Lamont bears for her people, how she regards them all as kin, I cannot help but wish to spare her the same pain I have suffered. What's more, her friends possess new knowledge. Were we to work together, we might find another path. I know you're loath to consider it, but is there no hope for peace with Tuliolo? What we've already done may be unforgivable, but it needn't continue. You needn't kill your brother and sister.
I slew my only flesh and blood. Yet you attempt to sway me with an appeal to family. The memory of my father's final moments still fills me with disappointment. Age came for him before I did. For long years, I sought to prove the miracle. And weak as he was, defeating him achieved nothing. To kill them is my only recourse. Wook Lamont and Kona, who bested him as he was in his prime.
They are still your siblings, even if not by blood. That such bonds should mean so little to you.
I am bound to no one. Serve none save myself. I made that clear when first you spoke to me in the Golden City. Remember, I can easily kill your beloved family. If you would protect them, cast aside any foolish notions. Your wisdom and abilities are valuable insofar as our goals align. So think well before you act, Queen of Reason. Wook Lamont, if you are father's worthy successor, then you will find your way to me. But should you fall short, I will lay waste to Tuliolal.
What now?
All right, we got some cake. Right, Sia is waiting. Let's head to the tower. Here's the thing. We still have another zone. So I wonder what the last zone's gonna be like. I won't be surprised if this is actually inside. No, we're going inside the tower now, so. No, we're not. Probably going to get told we can't here, and then we're gonna have to figure out how to get there from this side. If I were to make a guess, at least. Yeah, it seems the queue times have died down, by the way. When I logged in today, it was only 30 people in the queue. Which is generally the average for when you log in onto Gilgamesh. A lot of people playing, but you don't really see them that often. Unless you go to La Misa Lamosa or Razid Han. Then you see a lot of people. Actually, any city you go to, you generally see a lot of people. At least, like, you know, the own instances like Ul'dah, Mislamasa, and Razid Han, like those ones. You won't see them like in the cities like these ones, like the outskirts. Oh. I want to see if you can just go right by them. Ah, there you are. The Queen's Queen has registered you as guests. You should be able to march right in. And if she hasn't, then you may have a swarm of Zerul Juz minions to deal with. Nothing for it but to see if Sphene has betrayed us, eh? Thank you for your diligent service, friends. My companions and I would like to pass if you'd be so kind. Outrunner guide unit identified, register number verified. 6 accompany civilians identified, varying credentials. Welcome, guests of Queen Sphene. What a relief. There you have it. Seems the Queen was true to her word. Follow me, everyone. Solution 9 awaits. I would have liked, is that what I would have said? He just pulls out a gun instead. I wonder if this is going to be a town like Idleshire, if this is going to be an entirely new zone.
Everkeep, a tower of electrope
piercing a perpetual shroud of storm clouds. Occupying the 9th level of this 12-tiered structure is a residential district called Solution 9. In so naming their home, what hopes did its founders harbor for it? And did it prove the answer they sought?
Are those flying pigs?
Spectacular, isn't it? There are more districts throughout the tower, including industrial ones, but Solution 9 is the largest.
Just being here makes my head spin.
Perfectly natural reaction. A city of shimmering electrobe, replete with strange technologies that cater to every conceivable need. We never dreamed of the life back home in Tuliolo. Now, while I go and explain the situation to those in the back room, why not take a moment to explore? I believe lived experiences are far more educational than dry explanations. And you want to know more about Sphene and Zoralja's dominion, do you not?
It's no less than our duty.
Just to confirm, while we have been allowed inside, are we also permitted to roam?
Absolutely. As Sphene's registered guest, you'll find you're exempt from the sentry scrutiny. Ah, the elevator to the uppermost level. I wouldn't go near that. But other areas should be fine provided you act like you belong.
All right then, we'll show ourselves around.
Yes. Familiarizing ourselves with the technology here will help us prepare for the battles to come.
Try not to enjoy yourselves too much, or you're liable to attract attention.
Once you've explored to your satisfaction, come to the entrance to True View in the eastern sector. The way from there is a little complicated, so I'll send someone to guide you.
Understood. We'll see you later. I shall speak with the residents. Perhaps one of them will recognize the earring.
What's with this place? How can this all be the inside of a tower?
So, what aren't you telling me? Where are you?
That, I can't reveal yet. Precautions, you understand. Just know that I'm safe. But come, tell me about your adventurer friend. You seem to have a great deal of faith in him. You must have been through a lot together.
Might say that. For instance, we found the entrance to the Golden City.
Wait, what? You did? Kalanispia, why didn't you mention this sooner?
You want to explore together? It's not that I'm scared or anything. Everything is just so different from home is all.
This place hurts my eyes. Signs of West and Beyond. Dawn of a New Deal. I can see and hear the crafting from here. Drainsman who passed through Solution 9 comes to sign contract of trust. Details, Drainsman's simple, bring me products. Yeah, I know. Simply splendid. Inspiration strikes. The most beautiful and profitable partnership. I very much look forward to this with you. I'm confused. Yeah, this is what we need to get to that one. 100 tokens. Blue crafter script token. Oh. Okay, what do you? You're not what I'm looking for. Air wheel dealer. Eh? Then why is it lit up? Okay, let me just take a look for something. Okay, no, I want to go to currency. Because it used to be white was the low one. That's the reason why I have it maxed out. Okay, I need to go to Mordona. So I need to talk to you. Do you have any whites? Okay, since I'm full on that, here we go. Where do I go for tombstones then? Okay, so I got my poetics. Yeah, I guess I can buy something that's for purple. No, I don't want gear. How about there? But this is gathering, so let's go to my main one, geology. It's gatherers. I don't want gatherers. I want this one. Oh, I don't have all of these yet. Okay. Maybe they should change the name. Oh no, I just realized. I can't use this, can I? Do I have this already? No, I do not. There we go. Okay, let's buy the culinarian. I was gonna buy all the culinarians because that is the next one I'm working on. No, not that. I want the other one. Yeah, we already got that. Okay, now we'll go back. My brain just went like, hey, wait a minute. There was something I was supposed to be doing. Look at all these scraps that I have. So now we only got one more, which is the residential sector. And that's for the sightseeing log. One day I'll go through and go to all the sightseeing log places, but that's not anytime soon because I need to do some other things before then. So I still have so many classes to level up. I'll be culinarian next, then probably carpenter. Then I'll start doing the middles and the other ones. Towers inside a tower. I see it, but I still can't believe it. For now, I say we proceed straight ahead. If we feel like we're getting lost, we can always turn around and go back the way we came. I do wonder how we're going to get to that one. I know we can't get to that one because that involves getting closer to that. Crossroads are already. This place is too much. I have no idea where I should go. I made up my mind. Let's head to that building there. Sorry I didn't read the whole spiel with... Now we have 3 of her.
Lamati!
Sphene!
I was worried you might have had trouble at the checkpoint, but I see everything went according to plan.
Well, that's thanks to you.
Now, I know you've scarcely arrived, but I have a request to make of you.
Oh, a request you said.
Yes, an important one. I'll say it plain. I want you to make peace with Zeralja.
What? I thought you said you weren't on his side.
We have come no closer to seeing eye to eye, nor do I condone his methods. Be that as it may, I don't want you to fight him. I don't want you to regret a decision made in anger and haste. Unequipped with regulators as you are, the risk is too great.
I appreciate your concern, but you ask the impossible. Zeralja murdered our father. His minions slaughtered our countrymen. He will never renounce his war. As vow of resolve, it falls to me to stop him. I know you love your people too, and so you must understand how I feel. Why I cannot, will not back down.
I do understand. All too well. Let me say only this then. Zeralja will use any means to win. If you would protect your people, return to them at once and prepare. Prepare as best you can. It may ring hollow coming from the queen of an enemy nation. But unlike me, you still have the power to determine your own fate.
You really are a curious one. Look, you needn't worry for us. We have dependable comrades holding the fort in Tulihyolal. They'll keep everyone safe, so we can devote our attention to affairs here.
Please. So you have comrades on whom you can rely. I envy you.
You know, we'd like to learn more about you.
About me?
To be frank, we're still not sure whether or not you're trustworthy. So, if you have a moment, would you show us around the district? That way, we can get to know you better.
You're asking me, the Queen, to show you around? Oh, but I jest. I'm flattered that you've taken an interest in me. Very well. I shall be your guide. You're my guests, after all, and teaching you about my realm would be a pleasure in and of itself. If you like, I can introduce you to my citizens, too. I consider them family, as you do yours.
By all means, we're in your capable hands.
That you are. This will be an enjoyable and enlightening tour, I promise.
What happened to the music? Ah, there we go. I was about to read. Let's begin then, shall we? I must say I'm really grateful. This place is so vast and confusing, I didn't even know where to begin. While the district may seem daunting in size and structure, all the key facilities are stationed near ley nodes, what you call etherites. Remember this and you won't lose your way. Now then, seeing as it's right here, I will show you the Nexus Arcade first. Please follow me. This complex is home to all manner of shops, from food and daily necessities to technology conveniences. You can find most everything here. Everkeep's interior is vast, as you observed. This arcade makes it possible for people to acquire what they need in one centralized location. Amazing. How do you get to the upper levels? I don't see stairs. Do you see the glowing pattern over yonder? That is an automatic conveyor. Such contraptions are found throughout Everkeep, allowing you to move swiftly between faraway places. That will spare us some walking. Are they also made from that strange metal what's-it? Yes, the conveyors are powered by electrope. As a matter of fact, the ore is integrated into just about everything in Everkeep, even the floors and walls. By etching arcane circuits upon it, electrope can be used to convert lightning energy to those of other elements. In so doing, we can achieve various effects. For instance, a conversion to wind produces flotation, which is required for the propulsion of our flying vehicles. A conversion to fire, meanwhile, produces light and heat, and it is employed in devices such as street lamps and heaters. There are even self-heating cups that keep your drink warm. Can you make a drink cold if you convert to ice instead? You certainly can. Our vending machines do just that. What more, multiple energies can also be combined to produce some clever effects. For instance, by manipulating the air with wind while projecting light with lightning, it is possible to alter one's appearance. It's almost scary what you can do with electrobe. If such a wondrous material existed in our world, I imagine everyone would be fighting over it. This shop over here, what does it sell? Ah yes, let's go and take a look. I dare say you will find it interesting. Don't worry, I'm going to go wander off now since you told me how to use the conveyors. Okay, so if I go on this... Oh! closer to being disintegrated. Can I go through this door? No. Probably above. That tome, that happened, wouldn't happen to be a sightseeing log, would it? Millith, now that's a name I haven't heard in a good long time. Dearest, Elsby. She's my twin sister, you see, and I haven't seen her for 30 years, not since I was trapped during my exploration. It brings me great joy to know she is well. Pardon me for asking, but might I see the notes she added to your log? She always did make such bold strokes of her lettering here. I've added my own notes. Some of the information may seem improbable at best, but I believe there is truth in every entry. Were I younger, I would set out in search of these fantastic sights myself, but alas, my body can no longer endure such travels. Though thanks to you, I feel lighter than I have in an age. If there is one thing I should wish is to see my sister again before I die. There's so much I would share with her. But you have better things to attend to than an old woman's musings. Take care, kind adventurer, and may your journey lead you to vistas both bright and unforgettable. Yeah, sorry I wasn't talking there. I was reading the newest volume of Kaiju number 8. Yeah, I actually found out the other day that it's gotten an anime. I was kind of surprised. Now that does remind me there's a movie coming out this month that I'm looking forward to. Don't remember the day of it, what day it's going to be on, but I do know it comes out this month. I wonder what this building is. No, I don't want to talk to... I guess I can't talk to her. Hi, Pandora. This one should be the last one. This shop sells food. Those are the items on the corner counter. What's that's food? I can't imagine what they taste like. I thought you might be surprised. The countrymen were too in the beginning. Come in, you must sample something. Choose one and I will purchase it. Welcome, friends. How lucky are you for Her Majesty to treat you? Pandora. 5 items are most popular. I recommend one of them if this is your first time. The fuck am I looking at? Select an item that interests you. I'm not choosing either of the ones that looks like with this. I'm not choosing the blue one. Or get your butt out of the way. Get your butt out of the way. Liquid-filled pouch, long regulator bar, gun pattern bag. A slab of pink hexagons. I'm going with the bag. Yes, the salad paste. This is designed for those who are concerned about their fatigue, which is blend of 9 varieties of vegetables. It'll help your... No, I don't want it. Stuff either. No. Ew. Pandora. Stop that. Keen on the perfect meal bar are you? It's all nutrients your body needs packed into a... The flavor is formulated as never taste dull, and one bar will satisfy you for a whole day. Many folks prefer this to taking multiple meals. The synthetic fruit pellets. They are best approximation to the taste and texture of grape. They never tried the. I've never tried the real fruit, so I can't say how faithful they are. But there's no denying their popularity. I like the idea that Pandora can see. Here is a cultivated steak. It's not quite the same as the real thing they produce in the outskirts, but it's a sight more affordable. This particular product is known as Gold Label. It's a delicious hybrid of beef and chicken grown at the plant on the 4th level. The reviving tonic, I take it. You're thirsty. The flavor is a sublime blend of sweet and salty, and it stays fresh over 10 years, thanks to the special container. Is this just melted sea salt ice cream? Sure. Oh, they're all very tempting. I'm going to have the steak. I'm absolutely starving. Thank you for your custom. This being Her Majesty's treat, it's bound to taste all the better. Say, would you mind sampling your selections here and now? It's been a long time since I've had newcomers and love to see your reactions. This is a great chance to learn about Alexandrian culture. 7, let's dig in. Alright, here I go. Where did we get the knife and fork from? Following Lamont's lead, you sample your selection. Amazing, I've never had any meat like this before. It's tender like chicken, but flavorsome like Ronique. And the spices give it just the right amount of kick. I could eat this every day. Don't mind them. They're just happy to see your honest reaction. How about you? It's always such a pleasure. My thanks for humoring me. This does take me back, though. It was chaotic when the people of Dawntrail first arrived. We endeavored to learn about one another and embraced our differences. Alright, what about you, Sveen? Aren't you having something to eat too? I appreciate your thought, but I'm fine for now, thank you. Alright, but what's your favorite food, if you don't mind me asking? My favorite food? Why do you wish to know this? Because I want to get to know you better. Why else? The more you know someone, the more you grow fond of them. That's what my old man believed, and my experience has led me to believe the same. My favorite food. Human souls! Mankind suffering. Their painful memories. Is this such a difficult question? I'm sorry, it's just when I think of those who labor to bring us the food, I find it I can't settle on one thing. I thought I was indecisive, but you're something else. Indecisive? Perhaps I am, but you didn't need to laugh about it. Oh god, he's got clones! Got him down! I wish I didn't finish that chapter now. I don't know about you, but I'm satisfied. Let's keep moving. Very well, next I was thinking of showing you the residential sector, but it's in part so I can attend to personal matters. It's a visitation to be precise, and I believe it will be educational for you as well. Would the two of you mind accompanying me? Not at all. Wonderful, let me know when you have seen enough here. We'll make our way. Ready? Then let's head to the residential sector. It lies to the southwest. As we walk, I would be glad to tell you about any place of interest that we come across. They're following you now. Please resist the urge of throwing them off the cliff or off the edge. Please keep your murderous inclinations in check. This is a Mosaic, a cafe. Here you can buy drinks to enjoy while you relax. I see in Terrell there's a similar establishment called Dawntrail. That's seashell in the local tongue. Is there a story behind the name Mosaic? There is. In one continent, the race are named for stones. The races are named for stones. There's the Hayuni, who resemble some of the Tanue, the tall and graceful Aldite, the diminutive and affable Amala. When they all gather here, they appear as a mosaic of colors. Thus did the founder chose the name of the cafe. And if that's nice, if they served tacos here, it would be perfect. Tacos? A traditional Tiroli dish. One of my favorite foods. You must try it one day. Yes, definitely. I'll make it happen once we've restored peace to Tyrol. Right, let's continue on. And here we are, the building where our citizens live. They're massive, each one is bigger than the palace. They have to be, for just about all Alexandrians have apartments here. Lest you wonder, I'm here to visit some people. Their apartments is the building on the left. Here a residential radius 9 to 14. Original radius? That's right, come the door opens automatically. Hey Sveen, can anyone live in this place? Naturally, in fact, many of your countrymen make their homes here. No matter your origin or race, occupation or regular usage, all Alexandrian citizens are eligible for an apartment. This includes those you met who work in the outskirts. You've taken care of everyone for 30 years. I'm truly grateful. This is the lobby, a common area for residents. I see, and what does that machine there do? Oh, the concierge. They look after the residents. If you request assistance or have questions, they would be glad to assist. Is that so? I've no shortage of questions, but I'll direct them at you for now. By all means, you may consider me your personal concierge. This is the place. A mother and son live here. Hello, Isadora. Your Majesty, you came. I have friends with me today. Is that all right? Of course, friends of the Queen are friends of ours. Please make yourself at home. How has Milos been? There's been no change, but the symptoms are thankfully mild today. Hello, Milos. Have you missed me? My son was born with Levin sickness, a severe etherical imbalance towards lightning. As a result, he suffers from paralysis. He cannot walk and struggles to speak. For a blessing, he still has his hearing, and even on bad days, he can communicate with his eyes. I see. Sifin visits often, does she? She does. Milo simply adores her. He sometimes even manages to smile when she's here. What of yourself, Isadora? How are you holding up? You needn't worry about me, Your Majesty. You always make time for us. And you have everything we need. And we have everything we need. I'm glad to hear that, but you mustn't strain yourself. Understood? There's nothing you can do for him. Perhaps a treatment with souls or... Unfortunately, no. While souls can revive those who have met with an accident, they cannot reverse the effects of old age or illness. Truth be told, many children are born like Milos. The illness has existed for generations, but we've been unable to find a cure. The cause is quite clear, though. The excess lightning in the environment. It's no coincidence the number of cases have risen dramatically these past 30 years. It's all my fault. What was that? I'm sorry, Isadora, but I must be going. I promise to make it a proper visit next time, with treats to share. There's no need to apologize, Your Majesty. If it wasn't for you, Milos and I wouldn't still be here. Joke's on you, we do have a cure! Thank you, Queen's Fiend. Bring in the poxies! It's my pleasure, Milos. I'll be back, so be a good boy for your mother and for me. Fetch us Alize! We need Angelos! My thanks for accompanying me on the visit. The illness is a part of life in Alexandria, and I thought that you should know about it. We'll find a cure one day, mark my words. We'll make it so unfortunate children like Milo smiles again. But there is a cure. It's called a poxy. It's a little flying pig. Well, let's continue the tour, shall we? Look, you obviously have duties to attend to, citizens to look after. We can stop here if you like. No, I do this because I want to, so please do not worry. Next, I'll show you one of the district's most vital facilities, a place called Resolution. To reach it, we'll need to go by way of Lanoid 9, where the Aetheryte is situated. The conveyor head will transport you to the government sector, where Resolution is located. The marking on the conveyor indicate its direction, and there is a pair just like it on the other side. Is it safe? Extremely. There's no need to be afraid. Who said I was afraid? Come on, Zedman. You know, it just only disintegrates you and reassembles you on the other side. With a little glitch effect. And here we are, Resolution, the operational heart of Solution 9. For Resolution, we oversee the running of the district and provided essential services to citizens such as welfare, support, and job introductions. It's quicker to show them than tell, so let's proceed inside.
Strange contraptions everywhere you look. What's that?
An infusion station. It dispenses souls in exchange for credits. Through hard work, citizens can obtain the peace of mind provided by spare souls. It's the way of life for Alexandrians and has been for quite some time. But I imagine it must be difficult for outsiders to comprehend.
That's putting it lightly. To be honest, it sounds disturbing. Still, I won't dismiss it out of hand. Practices like these don't arise from nothing. There's a reason why your culture is the way it is, and I'd like to understand. Won't you tell us some of your realm's history?
Very well. Be warned, though, that it may take a while.
As long as a voice, I got no
In the
problems.
distant past, over 1,000 years ago, it said, lightning energy began to swell in our world. According to ancient records that date back around 8 centuries, the rainy season spanned a quarter of the year, during which time severe thunderstorms ravaged the land. 4 centuries later, this season had lengthened to nearly half the year. The trend continued, with our ancestors spending longer and longer languishing beneath storm clouds. Crops failed and livestock starved. But amidst this growing desperation, a miraculous material was discovered that promised salvation: electrope.
The stuff that's used everywhere here.
Indeed. One day, when out inspecting a forest after lightning had caused a fire, a villager came upon a curious black ore none had seen before. Testing revealed that the ore possessed a singular property. It could store lightning and convert it to other energies. In that instant, the scourge of endless storms became a blessing. Dubbed electrope, the ore found use in myriad inventions and dramatically improved people's lives. So much so, in fact, that all nations soon became dependent upon it, despite the difficulty of obtaining it in quantity. Supply was chronically scarce, and when nations couldn't meet their needs with their own deposits, some resorted to taking electrope from others. Fighting was isolated and sporadic until electrope came to be used in warfare. First in the weaponry of invaders, then in the countermeasures of defenders, and then in every aspect of combat where an advantage might be had. This served only to exacerbate the ore shortage, leading to further escalation. Before long, the entire world was engulfed in a terrible war known as the Storm Surge. As the war came to a head, Alexandria's neighbor, Lindblum, committed its stores of electrope to the production of a weapon of mass destruction. They deployed it on the front lines and triggered a calamity of frightful magnitude. Not even their own scientists had anticipated the force of the lightning that was unleashed. The energy inundated the entire continent, laying it to waste.
So that's how your world came to be this way.
You truly know a great many things that I don't. I should like to learn about you too sometime. But to continue the tale, the people of Alexandria had already lost much to the war. They lost almost everything else to the Levin. Those who survived bore deep scars, tormented by the memory of loved ones taken too soon. Though they yet lived, the cruel specter of death was with them always. Seeking a solution, our scientists turned once more to electrope, and after extensive research, they developed the means to preserve memory and soul. Physical death isn't the end. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. This belief sustained us then, and it sustains us now, granting us comfort.
That's quite a tale.
Your Majesty, help me! I beg you, help me!
What's the matter?
I've got no souls left. Not a single one! But the lot at Soul Supply refused to give me any! Please, you must do something!
My apologies, Your Majesty. This man, he does no work. Instead, he drinks his days away on Trueview. He has only himself to blame if he has no credits for souls.
That's not true! I'm a fighter at the Arcadian. Or rather, I was. I haven't been allowed to fight because of the King's decree. It isn't my choice.
I see. You're a brave warrior of the arena. I want to help you, I sincerely do. But I cannot give you preferential treatment.
Then open up the Arcadian again, so I can fight!
I'm sorry, but that's not my decision to make. The king requires feral souls for war. He doesn't wish for them to be expended on amusements.
You're useless! A queen in naught but name!
Insolent wretch! How dare you take that tone with Her Majesty?
It's quite all right. Such things don't bother me, nor do I think ill of this man. Hear me. Though I cannot grant you a soul, I mean it when I say I want you to live. I love all of you equally, dearly. You are as family to me, and it pains me to see you deny yourself hope. I want you to find a happiness all your own, even if you must grow it from the smallest seed of joy. Out there, somewhere, is a reason for you to smile again. We all need to vent our frustrations from time to time. I will always be willing to lend an ear.
Yes, Mum. Of course. Even without a spare soul, I suppose I'm fine as long as I stay in Solution 9. I apologize for my rudeness. Good day to you.
Maybe you should sell some of those spare zippers you got on ya.
Keep your chin up, my friend. And when you feel better, I'm sure you'll find another way to apply your talents. I'm sorry you had to see that. Let's keep moving, shall we? Right. I believe we've visited all the main facilities. With that, I declare our tour concluded.
That man from before, does that sort of thing happen often?
Somewhat. It's unavoidable. Hardships are a fact of life. Our soul management system has sustained our realm for generations, but it isn't without flaws. For one, people have become accustomed to having spare souls. Without them, they feel vulnerable and anxious. Some claim it may also have contributed to a decline in births.
That is true.
Just thinking out loud, but would it be possible to do away with the system?
No.
I know it isn't easy to change one's beliefs and way of life. The Mamolja had their reasons for their reliance on blessed siblings, much as you have yours for souls. But if we defeated Zorolja, you'd be able to make all the decisions, right? Then we could work together to fix things. restore your realm to where it belongs, and see where we can go from there.
Listen to me. There's something that I need to tell you.
What is it?
Actually, never mind. It's nothing of import. Well, it was lovely showing you around.
Of course. Of course. Thanks so much for the tour. We've learned not only about your realm, but you as well. For now, our priority is Aralja. But once we've dealt with him, perhaps I can return the favor and show you to Lihiola.
I'd like that very much. It seems I've no choice but to continue down this path. Forgive me, Vau Wuklamat, but I must disappoint you.
That was Fiend wanting. What was Fiend wanting to tell us, I wonder? Oh, I can't wait for another time. I can wait for another time. We've been exploring for a while now, and should probably go to the meeting place. They'll be back the way we came, I think. Seeing generally cares for her people, I can respect her for that. And thanks to her tour, I've come to better understand the lives of Eltrandians. They don't feel so strange and distant anymore. Oh, I have a half book. Okay, so I do have plenty of room for... I'm just right now just checking my... see how much room I have left. Oh. That's not good. Nope, there's no other quests. So we've we're supposed to go to a place called Dawntrail in the eastern sector. This conveyor ought to take us there. You know, once you get used to it, they're actually kind of fun. Come on, Zedman. It's like dying and coming back to life each time you step in one. This is the right place, you think? I don't see the others, though. Oh, rather than sitting and waiting, we might as well explore a little bit more. Simon, look over there. A mole child. What are they doing here? Ready the gun. Notice too the resemblance to Zorolja. The blue scales of a Bonway with the features of a Albago. This can't be a coincidence. At any rate, it wouldn't do to leave such a small child on their own. Come on, let's go after them. Time for kidnapping! Time to go kidnap a small child. Behold a giant computer fans! So this is true view. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but it does seem lively. The building's just about the only one that isn't lit up. Not open for business at the moment, I guess. Huh? I didn't see you there. Listen, we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk. It's a bit odd, don't you think? They run off when we approach, only to suddenly reappear. Could it be they want to take us somewhere? Is that the way of it? You want us to follow you? So it is. Alright, then lead the way. Follow the small child. Once you choose to depart, we'll accompany you to the blue scale. We'll then move towards the destination. Make sure you follow behind with all. No matter how I tilt the stick, I can't match his speed. Oh, the kid wants to drink. Is this where you want to bring us? What's this place? If you meant to relax here, it isn't working for me. Hey, what's your name? So you're still not inclined to talk. He only talks if he's completely comfortable with you. You know him? After a fashion, but never mind that. How about something to wet your whistle? Adorable as you are, it's on the house. I can recommend our special, Her Majesty. I'll prepare one with liquor for without liquor for the boy too. Thanks, but no thanks. We're supposed to meet a friend named Katoisia, but we ran into the child on the way, and he led us here. Oh, so you're with Koichi. You, yeah. Bring in the sniper team. In that case, go and have a chat with Big Tassos there. He'll show you to a fun place. Take him down. What about him? I don't think he's in the mood to talk, so he can tend the bar with me. This has taken a turn for the strange, but you don't think we're walking into a trap, do you? Look who you were with. Damned if this doesn't have suspicious written all over it. What is this fun place meant to be? Is it clearly there? Oh, I suppose there's only one way to find out. Oh, it's the recolor for the Stormblood tombstone set. Oh, we're going to Halo. This area is normally off limits, but just told us about you. Just follow the corridor and head into the room at the end. Let's go, Zedman. Whatever happens, you won't catch me being surprised.
Wonderful! They're here!
We've only just arrived ourselves.
Amazing.
I bid you welcome to the back room. Oblivion's humble headquarters.
A hideout tucked behind a drinking hole. Brings back memories, doesn't it?
Our members here are mainly creators and adapters. That is, scientists and engineers who specialize in electro. They use their skills to provide support to our field operatives. Gennel, Shale, be so kind as to give our friends an overview of your duties.
Great! We found the third of him, and has green hair this time around.
Well, there's provisioning. Gotta have supplies to fight the good fight, ain't ya? Luckily, we got the tools to craft most of what we need.
Gathering intelligence is another vital aspect of our work. Everkeep's core system is a veritable treasure trove of information. You just need to know how to get in and find it. We also handle surveillance and communications, watching the enemy's movements and coordinating our own, that sort of thing.
And among all our activities, we spend a fair bit of effort investigating preservation. The organization credited with laying the foundations of electrope technology. From the soul management system to Everkeep's design, they're behind just about everything you see here. It'd be no exaggeration to say they made this realm what it is. But their magnum opus was without a doubt the power which was used to join Alexandria to Tural. Interdimensional fusion.
Said power isn't unlike my summoning technique and the magic within Azam's crystal. Yet, though the effect is localized, to be able to fuse realities. Even with my knowledge, I struggle to conceive how it could be possible.
Incidentally, the founders of our group, a husband and wife, were members of preservation at one point. That they opposed the fusing of worlds, and so defected in order to prevent it.
While not entirely unexpected, given what we have seen, this is still quite the revelation.
By the by, that's an interesting earring you have there. A novel way of carrying a data storage device. Oh, you didn't know? Well, as a precautionary measure against machine infiltration, we scan everyone as they enter. And when we scanned you, we detected a small quantity of electrope. Though it's been dressed up, that earring is a storage device and no mistake. Bought it from a shop here, did you?
No, it isn't bought, but inherited.
So these people sent you through the portal along with the earring?
Do you know aught of them?
Listen, Cryo. The husband and wife who founded our order. It's believed that they were Malala. Though we have no evidence at present, we can't rule out the possibility that they were your parents, or perhaps close relations. This I posit because they were the very individuals who spearheaded the research into interdimensional fusion. As traitors to preservation, they were relentlessly pursued. If they had a child they feared they couldn't keep safe, entrusting her to the people of another world might have been their best option.
My parents, the founders of Oblivion. Tell me everything you know about them, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant. Anything and everything.
We don't even know their names, I'm afraid. In a bid to elude preservation's agents, we suspect they erased all trace of themselves. I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help. If you're interested, though, you're welcome to review our accumulated data.
Or maybe we could do something with the earring.
Yes, please. As an individual and member of my order both, I wish to learn as much as possible.
I should also like to peruse the data. Where the joining of realities is concerned, I may well be of service.
Feel free to peruse to your heart's content.
Thank you. If you like, I can examine your earring. I have to say, the prospect that it belonged to our founders has me itching to take a look.
I dare say we have enough eyes to pore over your records. Is there any other way we might be productive?
Not right now. We're still waiting for Zoralja to make the next move.
In that case, Alice, would you mind accompanying me?
Gladly.
Oh, I've buggered it up again!
Never a moment's peace. Pay him no mind. I don't.
Oi! You two there! One of you give me a hand, would you? Don't matter who.
I just remembered I have matters to discuss with Shay.
I have a book that was made from you from another world. Do you mind if I bludgeon you with it? Sorry he had to see me passing spilling over. Happens when you put your heart and soul into your craft, you know. And not to be weird or nothing, but I felt a sense of kinship when I saw ye, as if we met in another life. Anyway, as I was saying, I need someone to lend me a hand. I haven't slept for 2 nights now, not a single wink, and I'm ripe to collapse. Can't afford to do, though, got folks relying on me. See, but if I'm to keep at it, I need you to fetch me favorite energy tonic. The voucher's good for 2 cans, one for yourself by way of welcome. Can't get this stuff at any old vending machine though. You need to talk to a bloke named Philemon. You'll find him tending a bar out on the main strip. Off you go. I don't even know what the fuck this is doing. I think it's supposed to be 3D printing, but once again, you get paired up with him. At least he finally has a voice. After how much time we've spent with him, now he finally has a voice. Oh, they know about bombs, at least. Problem child solution 9, and what's the one over here? True View Blues. That would mean they would know about the 2 heads. The Jajas. Oh, come to check up on me, have you? I appreciate your concern. As you can probably tell, I'm feeling a little out of sorts. Oh no, there's no need for that. I have a condition, you see. It makes me numb and lethargic from time to time. Nothing a little rest won't put right through. The trouble is, when I get like this, I'm in no state to work. I hate to presume, but what are you willing to lend a hand? I'm one of the cleaners in charge of True View. I was then getting ready to collect the last of the refuse sacks and call it a day when my condition flared up. I'd be ever so grateful if you could finish my rounds for me. Oh, we just turn our back. Just for a second. There you are, IR. These fellows have... Our old pal here's feeling under the weather. Can't finish his work, so he offers to pay us generously, I might add, to get the job done. In other words, ain't got no need for the likes of you. Go on, piss off. Let me get this straight. You're the one our old pal here asked to help, huh? What a load of shite. Hold on a moment. This fella looks like he's seen a few scraps. Wait, don't tell me that you're a bloody hunter. Hunter? Saw this for a lark. I'd rather keep my head. Ew, I dread to think what would have happened if you hadn't showed up. Am I right to assume you finished collecting the refuge sacks for me? Unearthed from one of the receptacles dotted around True View. Exodus and an unpleasant funk. Excellent, I'll take care of these. I must say, refuse collection, civic protection. You're a man of many talents. You have my gratitude. This sector isn't exactly the safest in the city. Shakedowns and racketeering are unfortunately rather commonplace. Usually, I try to leave as soon as I finish my rounds, but today my luck ran out and I had one of my turns. This condition is caused by sensitivity to lightning energy. I hear the worst effects are all but bound by paralysis, so perhaps I could count myself lucky that my syndromes are sometimes relatively mild. But enough about that. Thanks to you, I feel more or less back to my usual self. To think that I'd run into someone as virtuous as you on True View. driftwood catfish pie. I see Her Majesty has recognized you as a guest. Welcome to the Nexus Arcade. My job is to inform visitors about the myriad services on offer here in the sector. Speaking of services, how would you feel about a little work experience? Some light labor might give you a sense of how we citizens live. I happen to have just the thing for you, a courier assignment. Rest assured, you'll be compensated for your time. Your task is to deliver supplies to Clark P50910, Residential District 914. When you get back, I'll hand over your reward and explain how this system of ours works. I should probably start desynthesizing some of these for space. Since I have a whole bunch of these things I don't need anymore. How may I be of assistance? A carefully wrapped parcel containing residential radius supplies acquired as part of your work experience in Solution 9. Inspecting contents, authorization tag confirmed. Acknowledged recipient of residential radius supplies. Thank you for your service. Please consult with your client to receive compensation. Plus, deconstructing them isn't a waste of time. It also gives me some desynthesis experience for my classes. So I can have a higher chance of getting some good stuff. Hey mister, do you have a moment? My mom's gone missing. She's kind of careless and none too used to the city. I figure she's gotten lost. Anyway, I need some help to look for her, which is where you come in. If you can spare the time, just let me know. Yeah, you're the best. Wasn't making much headway. The sentry stopped kids wandering around without an adult in tow. I think Ma would have head back to the entrance of the city. I mean, I told her if you get lost, make your way back to where you started. Otherwise, we need to head for scanning port 9. I'm sure I will find her in no time. Well, they have Gimme Bats Nutri-Zap. Ma's always drinking this stuff, but she never lets me try. According to her, I don't need any more energy, but she has a can practically every day. I bet it tastes incredible. Say, mister, why don't you buy one and, let me have a little sip? Just a tiny one, please. I have no idea how these newfangled contraptions work. Anything amiss? Helping to track down the boy's mother, are you? I see. Good thing he ran into such a kindly sort. How about I give you this? Unopened and bought just moments ago, a can of Gimme Bat Nutri-Zap. For me, really, thank you. You're more than welcome. There's just one condition. Make sure you ask your mom's permission before you try. Gimme Bat Nutri-Zap is an energy drink specially formulated to keep your digestive system in tip-top shape. It's practically safe for youngsters to drink, so you needn't worry on that front. By the way, it might be worth your while dropping by Lender's shop and the information center. I hear he has a knack for remembering faces. I'm old, I don't know how this thing works. Where's the coin slot? Where's the turn dial? Where's the gumball come out? Off into the wilderness we go. Look, it's the Air Wheeler Air A9. That's the latest air gadget. The wheels turn into wings and it goes flying off into the sky. It's amazing. The ones they use for fighting has a bunch of weapons too. Wing blades, shot cannons, all sorts. You can even get little toy versions. I'd love to ride one someday, but the robot soldiers are pretty much the only ones allowed to, apparently. Lucky machines. Time for you to earn your kill. Off to hunting you go. Here's a gun. You'll be safe. Do you think that's, Linder? Oh, you're one of Her Majesty's esteemed guests. How might I assist you and your young companion? So you're looking for this young man's mother, and you wish to know if I've spotted her. Well, I've seen you can appreciate that we get a fair amount of foot traffic through here. Perhaps you can start by describing what she looks like. That might help jog my memory. Well, she has long hair. She's dressed in blue. What else? She makes those sweets you got on the shelf behind you. The angel snacks? I believe those are manufactured in production facility on the 7th level. I wager that's where your mother works. I'm sure you're already aware, but Everkeep is comprised of 12 levels, each filling a different purpose. There's a sector for food production, machinery manufacture, and much more besides. And look at me getting sidetracked. I saw a woman matching your description, heading towards the government sector a little while earlier. I dare say you'll catch her if you leave now. I do remember thinking she looked rather unsettled, which makes sense in hindsight. Having heard your story, there's a civic facility in the government sector. I believe perhaps she's heading there to inform them of the situation. Thanks for the information, mister. I sent him into the forest with his wand. He came back, covered in spider guts, built armor out of it, and wielding a spear, which he used to kill a man who looked like a child. He got an A for the day. I don't think Mom would have used the lay node. They have those on the other levels too, but you need Queen's Sphinx's permission to use them. We have to use the elevators instead. I guess you do too, right? Her Majesty lets you use the lay nodes? Well, you must really be important. That just brings up questions. Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you. Ma, so you were heading for the government sector. We were about to go and look for you there. We? Who's this newfound friend of yours? He's been helping me look for you, Ma. Together we figured out where you might be headed. I see no doubt you had your hands full with this one. Thank you for your patience and for being so thoughtful. As for you, young man, dashing around the city on your own like that, did you even think to stop and consider how worried I'd be? Honestly, mister, before you showed up, I was starting to get scared. It was such a relief when I spotted you. Thanks so much for helping me find my mom. Thanks again for everything you've done. It isn't much, but I couldn't let you wander off without giving you this. I hope you enjoy your time here in the city. Just don't go getting lost like a certain young man and his mother. I just received a delivery notification from Clerk P50910. Excellent work. As promised, let me give you a brief explanation of how we do things here, and better to start off with reimbursement. Alexandrians are awarded credits for their labor. These credits can be redeemed for a range of commodities, including spare souls, which are especially sought after. You'll find some citizens taking on dangerous or highly specialized work to earn even more credits and thereby furnish their needs. When it comes to delivery work, risky commissions that require couriers to venture outside offer greater compensation. On the other hand, simpler, safer tasks undertaken within this confined city, much like this one, like the one you so capably handled, are rewarded accordingly. Now, seeing as you are registered as a citizen database, I'm afraid I can't provide you with credits, but hopefully this will suffice. Anyway, that brings my explanation to an end. In case you were wondering, I'm just a part of the system as any other honest Alexandrian, so you'll have to excuse me, those credits won't earn themselves. I would have laughed if they just like, oh, here's some credits. Just put it in my pocket with the rest of the money. I don't even have, not all of this in my pockets even give. Some of this is from the first. I don't even know what currency it is. For all I know, some of these could be PAL. This one no longer even has faces on it. Welcome, what are you having? Energy tonics you can't get from vending machines? How dare you suggest that I sell such dangerous stuff? Away with you, and don't come back. Got a voucher, slip it to me then, nice and supplied by Oblivion member, Jenault. This voucher can be redeemed for 2 cans of energy tonic from, Philemon. So you're collecting for Jenault. A can for him and a can for you, eh? Here you go. Yours is formulated for beginners. Joe's for the full strength stuff. It's not contraband or anything, so you won't run afoul of the authorities, but if the Rhodonia Consortium was made aware of my special selection, I'd be bad for business. Now, seeing as it's your first time, I want you to drink your tonic here, just in case there's side effects. Thanks! Suddenly I explode. Contains a certain degree design, bearing a curious design on its can. This energy tonic is apparently formulated for beginners. You drink the tonic in a single pull. Now that's how you do it. Your pulse ought to be quickened soon, after which you'll start to see everything more clearly, and then finally you'll feel a roaring surge of energy. People say it's like growing a pair of rainbow wings. Well, you haven't up and croaked it yet. So hurry along and give Geralt his tonic. He tends to leave it to the last moment, and I expect he's about to keel over. My eyes, they burn. You've got the tonic, give it here quick. Being a curious design upon scan, this energy tonic is the favorite of Oblivion member, Genolt. That's the stuff. Ain't nothing like to blow the cobwebs right out with a great big kaboom. Awaken something feral in me, it does. Transforms me into a remorseless beast. What won't work, stop till it's done when what it was born to do. Anyway, sorry for sending you off on an errand like that. I just can't concentrate without me tonic, you know. And the pile of work only gets ever gets bigger. Speaking of which, I better get back to it. These weapons and tools ain't going to enhance themselves. Hi, Alize. Just me, or are there rainbows in your eyes? No, it's just you. Every moment goes by without General mourning and groaning. I presume it's how he expresses his passion for his work.
I've been meaning to ask about that Mamulja child. Could he be...
Yes. In all likelihood, he's Zoralja's son.
So you think so too? But what is he doing here?
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the Drift Downs a few years ago.
To think he'd cast aside his child.
We can't say for certain who he was born to, or why he was on his own. But he's a blue-scaled Hubigo, and Zoralja is the only other one around. That being the case, everyone assumes they're father and son. Even the boy has put two and two together. This all happened when he was very little, so he has no recollection of his parents. It breaks my heart to think of it.
What's his name?
Gulja. It was my hope that he'd grow up to be a man of principle, like his grandfather.
It's a fine name.
I should mention that the boy is a little unusual. At first, I intended to raise him as my own. But just when I thought he was warming to me, he suddenly disappeared. searched high and low for several days. And where should he turn up? But in the wilds near Everkeep.
What? It's a miracle he didn't fall prey to fiends.
See? That's another unusual thing. Creatures don't seem to attack him. He could pick his way through the Thunder Yards as if he were on a stroll. On making inquiries, we learned that he had been living alone and receiving food from the people of the outskirts. This became something of a pattern. We track him down and bring him back, only for him to disappear again within a matter of days. He would return to the wilds without fail, and once again rely on the kindness of strangers to survive. Finally, I took the hint and left him be, giving him the solitude he prefers, and lending a hand only when he explicitly asks.
If Gululja is Zorolja's child, that makes him my nephew. Assuming he's willing, I'd be glad to take him in like Papa did for me. But seeing as I'm here to kill his father, I don't know if it would be right.
Who was that?
Oh dear. It's Galulja.
Don't tell me he heard everything.
Ah, this is my fault. I asked that he be kept away, but I should have taken more precautions.
I'm going after him. I need to explain.
Wait, Lamachi. I understand your haste, but it'd be best to coordinate a search. Kapkiwa, do you have any idea where he might go?
There's no telling, I'm afraid. He could as easily be outside the tower as here in Solution 9.
If those who can fight would search below, my mother and I will scour the district.
Sounds like a plan. Let's get to it.
The children yearns for the wild. He'll make a fine wizard. Well, we'll find our wizard in the next episode. See you all then.